Apollo, thank you. I can see things clearly now. The rain is gone. Mr. Starbuck. I'm fine now. Thanks for reminding me of my life's mission. You see, all mental issues can be solved with a short conversation. Right. We'll both be fine.
God, I wish that were me.
I'll prove you're innocent. You'll see. And after that, we'll get you back into space. Find you a nice black hole to stick you in. Rah, you've ignited the booster rockets of my soul. I'm on fire.
That's my favorite Gavin Ears track.
Gavin Ears would never. I'm Solomon Starbuck.
Ignited the booster rockets of my soul, featuring Solomon Starbuck.
No, that sounds very Love Handle.
That does sound very Love Handle.
I'm Solomon Starbuck, astronaut, a cosmic hero chosen by the universe itself. This is no time to be whimpering and crying. I can't let you and Clay down.
Boulder Dash.
I'm fine, The sun, the moon, all of space is calling me. Solomon Soul Starbuck. Ready for launch. Begin the countdown. 5, 4,
3,
2, 1. And he just flies off. Lift off.
Go.
Do it, please.
Oh, I believe in you.
You do it. Oh. Dang it. I would so want to just fly out of the courtroom.
I know.
It would have made no sense, but like nothing he's animated made sense thus far. So
I was gonna say, yeah. Does opening a parachute and getting stuck in the roof make sense? No.
No. So let him just fly off into the stratosphere and move on to the next case.
He had like rocket boots on. That would have been so funny.
Well, I feel like I've witnessed an actual rocket launch.
See you later, Dark Data.
Good night, Dark Data.
Apollo, you did it.
Just go, your planet needs you.
Your planet needs you.
Go enjoy your planet, Dark Data. See you next time.
You broke Prosecutor Blackwood's grip over Mr. Starbuck.
I can't take the credit. It was all Mr. Starbuck. He pulled himself through.
If you simpletons are done massaging one another's egos, no matter how positive your mood, my advantage remains unshakable. I have but to wait for the final guilty verdict. Isn't that right, your baldness?
I can't let up now. I have to stop Blackwell. I have to see this through. Mr. Starbuck just has to make it back into space. I won't allow Clay's dream to remain unfulfilled. Wait, his dream was for Starbuck to go to space?
That's such a bad dream, no offense.
I mean,
rest in peace.
It can't be like that somebody goes see space, because Starbuck's already been in space. We've had people in space.
Yeah.
Like, what is his dream that's being fulfilled by this? We gotta destroy Blackwell's argument somehow. Think, Justice, think. If the only people at Launchpad 1 were Clay and Mr. Starbuck, and if Clay was already dead by the time this footage was taken, then the only person who could have killed him is Mr. Starbuck. So the only way to counter Blackwell's argument is if I could prove that Clay was still alive when they arrived at the boarding lounge, in which case I should be able to find some contradiction in the evidence itself. Now let's see about this data that we just received. This supposedly proves that Mr. Starbuck dropped Clay's body in Launchpad 1. I'm going to prove that false, and there's got to be something I can use here.
Enough of this farce, your baldness. Let's have your verdict.
Prosecutor Blackwell, you seem to be in quite a hurry to rush the verdict. What about this oxygen tank data you submitted just now? It says that Mr. Starbuck's tank had 80% remaining while Mr. Terrain had 0. Terran. Do you stand by the accuracy of this report?
Of course.
I guess it simply means that it's faulty as evidence goes.
You will explain what you mean, Justice Toro.
It's simple. This evidence contradicts the facts of the case. Take a look here at the detailed description, and you'll see what I mean. I hope we have some evidence, Mr. Justice, because I don't see what's so contradictory. Yes, Your Honor, right away. This is the evidence the auction tank report stands in contradiction to. I'm pretty sure now. Picture? Which picture?
The picture that shows the oxygen in the photo was 50%.
The video?
I don't know what. Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, I think so.
I think so.
And how does evidence present a contradiction? The problem is this part here.
The number. What?
Right here, right?
What? Why is that even a question?
Because they need to make sure you're not just picking random stuff without knowing what the thing is.
I mean, I guess so.
Note the remaining oxygen in Mr. Starbuck's tank as he carried Mr. Terran. It appears to say 50.
Knocked to the computer.
But it actually says 5. It's upside down.
Ah!
But according to the data, our client's tank had 80% remaining. The oxygen in the tank increased? Yeah, it turns out that Mr. Starbuck can exhale oxygen.
He's a plant.
I see Your Honor finds it as strange as I do. It's bad enough that there's a contradiction, but the increase in oxygen is beyond illogical. Oh my, you're absolutely right. What is going on here?
I too find it odd that the oxygen remaining has increased. It would be as odd as if my rations were to increase. But what does that prove? It doesn't change the fact that it is a defendant carrying the victim's corpse.
Heh, I'm gonna bet you don't get more rations because you don't abide by the rules. Either way, the oxygen remaining shouldn't increase just as your rations don't increase. Therefore, as new information is critical, we can't overlook it like your rations.
In that case, do you have an answer to this riddle of the mysteriously increasing oxygen?
Yeah, your rations are like a washcloth.
I hate it.
You'd better not disappoint her. I'll declare the inconsistency as mere equipment malfunction.
I'll show you mere equipment malfunction. I mean, arc.
What does that mean, Apollo? What does that mean?
I take a pill for it.
Oh. She's gonna show you?
Listen, men's health is important too.
Yeah.
Prosecutor Blackwell has a point. I suppose it could be a simple malfunction. And I know a lot about those. Mr. Justice, if you cannot provide an adequate counter-argument to this point, I'm afraid I must bring this trial to an end. So do you think you'll explain why the remaining oxygen level increased? Of course I can. The thing to do at a time like this is turn my thinking around. Mr. Starbuck has no memory of it, but he claims to have carried clay. This man with the 50 in his tank ought to be Mr. Starbuck. But if anything, displaying the oxygen tank should have shown 80. This is a clear contradiction between the report and the security footage. So what should I be asking is not why does the oxygen level increase, but what had to have happened to make it look like it increased? Am I making some kind of mistake in my base assumptions here? Well, Mr. Justice, we're writing? Yes, Your Honor. I'm ready to answer. This is why the remaining oxygen appears to have increased.
The victim was
They were-
carrying the defendant.
They were going the other way. They couldn't hear. They had their AirPods in.
No, they had their AirPods on.
Okay. Sure.
What if it was the other way around? The other way around? You care to explain, Mr. Justice? As you can see, Your Honor, both men had their helmets on in this footage. But it turns out this is where our base assumptions went astray. We assumed that it was Mr. Starbuck helping Mr. Tarrant, but it was the other way around. It wasn't Mr. Starbuck helping Mr. Tarrant at all.
So is that why he has memory loss? Because he was unconscious, so he wouldn't be able to remember it?
Yeah, he was passed out.
I don't know. I'm pretty good at remembering things when I pass out.
Which would make more sense because anti-anxiety medication can make you very drowsy. That is something that my anti-anxiety medication does.
Yeah.
It was Mr. Tarrant who was helping Mr. Starbuck into the boarding longue. It was what?
Yeah, so especially if he's not used to taking them, as is implied by the fact that somebody forced him on him, from what we know.
Yeah.
Order, Mr. Justice. You mean to tell me this person will write in the image as the victim, Clay Tarrant? It's the only way the riddle of the increasing oxygen level can be solved, Your Honor. At this point in time, the remaining oxygen in the victim's tank was at least 50%. When the victim was found in the boarding longue, his tank was at 0%.
That's right. There's nothing contradictory about the oxygen level decreasing.
This means Mr. Tarrant was alive as they made their escape to the longue.
How short your memory is. Have you forgotten what you yourself proposed? Even if the victim was alive at this point in time, how did he descend the ladder with its arms full?
Maybe he didn't pass out yet. Prosecutor Blackwell, you can't hurt me with a broken blade.
Yes, you can.
Excuse me?
This blade can't hurt me because I can't read.
From my DW stands out there.
I don't think there's any of those.
No.
It's true that we don't know how they got down the ladder. Suppose that matter needs further investigating. We have proven that Mr. Tarrant was alive when he reached the boarding longue. This fact alone shatters your claims. It opens up the possibility that the victim could have been killed by a third party.
Yeah.
There are two people who claim to be the first on the scene. Can we truly trust their statements?
Let's see. The two people were Detective Candace Arm and Yuri Cosmos, right? Didn't one of them might have given a false statement to the police?
Yes, certainly possible. We might have to do a little more digging. Seems I'll have to hear the testimony of these first two people in the scene. Score! Come to think of it, Detective Arm should be here in court right now. Bailiff, could you please show Detective Arm to the stand?
Someone's holding. Oh, hi, bud.
Oh,
long time no
that
see.
that was me.
Yeah, you have an announcement, everyone. What's the meaning of this? We're in the middle of trial here. Please remain calm and listen carefully. Someone has reactivated the bomb. This bomb was defused, but it's about to explode. Ode to joy?
Explode.
A bomb now? Oh, God, everybody run!
I don't want to die. Oh no, everyone's panicking.
They're all sitting. They're all just sitting in their sheets.
Everyone's panicking. No one.
Headless chickens with that death wish, the lot of you. Calm yourselves before all else.
Come on, Apollo, let's get out of here.
What about Mr. Starbuck's dream? And who will carry out Clay's final wish? What's that have to do with this right now?
What are you talking about, dude?
I don't care what happens to me. I'm not letting this bomb blow the truth up forever. I refuse to let things end here. What are you gonna do?
Oh,
We're getting
Apollo, this is
DMCA.
no time to be Yeah, I know, right? This is no time to be dramatic. If we don't get out of here, we're gonna die. Come on, this way.
Hey, ouch! Let me go!
Apollo.
Juniper? She hasn't evacuated yet. Juniper, are you alright?
Apollo, no! Not that way!
How did he injure his eye? I thought he injured the eye from the bomb.
Apparently he had a sty. That's what everybody said at the beginning.
Oh! I think they did that on purpose then. They wanted us to think it was from the bomb.
Yeah.
I thought he was lying when he said the sty.
I mean, he might.
In the middle of the Space Center bombing trial, we had another bombing incident. This one destroyed courtroom number 4. Furthermore, Apollo suffered massive injuries from being there when the bomb went off. Except for his right eye, it was protected. Unfortunately, Juniper Woods was was fingered as the courtroom bomber.
Language.
Athena and I knew she had to be innocent, so we took her case on. We managed to clear Miss Wood's name. But Apollo sustained further injuries when he was attacked by Ted tonight.
Oh, so this is the intro case.
Yeah. We're now, for the first time in the entire game, past the tutorial case, not chronologically.
Woo! Paula's a tough guy, but this is taking its toll on him.
Yeah, poor guy being attacked by a tornado like that on top of all his other injuries. Apollo's resting at the nearby Hickfield Clinic in his mummy cosplay. I've had some experience at that place myself. What an awful turn of events. I never thought he'd land in a hospital, of all places, and one with that doctor. Listen, we all know who's there at Hickfield.
Yeah, we do.
God, please don't bring him back. I don't want a 3D model of him. You must miss him too, huh? Now that you don't have anybody to tease. Don't worry, he's young. He'll heal quickly and be back before you know it. It's been a while since I last saw Trucy look so down. She didn't even look this sad when her father literally died. And she just asked me to be her father.
She really didn't.
He won the court case, yet nobody feels much like celebrating.
All right, enough of this, people. This is no time to be moping around. Now dry those eyes, both of you.
You're the only one who's crying, Athena.
Technicalities. We have work to do. We have to take over.
Take over what, exactly?
Apollo Space Center case, of course. As no verdict has been reached, there's still a chance. I agree with Athena. We should pick up Mr. Starbucks' defense. We have to avenge our fallen comrade, right, Daddy?
Apollo hasn't exactly fallen. He's still alive, you know.
Good, now that that's settled, let's get going. Come on, we gotta run.
Wait, right now? You better not be running the whole way. There she goes. I better go catch up. Can you take care of the office, Trucy?
Sure thing, Daddy. Let's be careful out there. In the meantime, I'm gonna bake some cookies and fill up my magic panties for you.
Please don't keep saying that to me, Trucy. It's weird. I'm your dad. Trucy seems to be feeling a little better. You can always count on Athena to perk everybody up with her enthusiasm.
Oh, she's back. Oh, don't mind me. Just forgot a few things. Wallet, phone, the documents, my bag.
Sounds more like you forgot everything. I was counting on Athena for that, too.
All right, you two. Let's be careful out there.
Also, why is your, like, wallet in your phone not in your bag? Like, I feel like that'd be the purpose of carrying a bag.
Yeah. Right?
So our client is one Solomon Starbuck. He's so famous even I've heard of him. And I don't hear
That's
of
right.
anybody.
He's a super famous.
Sorry.
Like
Awkward
I was
delay.
saying.
Athena, did you have something to say?
Yeah? Yeah. Just give me a second. I gotta get into character.
Into character?
That's what? Who said that?
Me. What character are you
Oh.
getting into?
Usually the letter A. It's my favorite character.
I can also always count on Athena for that.
Anyways, as I was saying, he's a super famous astronaut who works at the Cosmos Space Center. He was actually up in outer space 7 years ago.
You know quite a bit about him. I'm all excited to meet the man. Thought we cheered you up. Wow, that was the longest sigh I've ever heard. Apollo told me all about you. You're Phoenix Wright, Apollo's mentor, right? Yeah, that's right. Mentor has a nice ring to it.
Don't worry about a thing, Mr. Starbuck. Mr. Wright and I have got you covered.
And you're the new kid that Apollo told me about. Wait, don't I know you from somewhere?
Huh? You mean other than at your trial? I don't think so.
I guess so. My mistake. My memory isn't what it used to be. I mean, I'm only like 32 or something. 33. My memory's starting to go by now.
Iconic.
My mind and body are kaput. Same goes for my life. I mean, I'm so astronomically unlucky that I had a bomb go off in the middle of my trial. Trying to defend me would be like trying to enter the stratosphere without a spacecraft. Yikes, he's seriously gotta stop depressing himself.
Cheer up, Mr. Starbuck. Besides, that thing you said about entering the stratosphere, that just means we'd shine like a shooting star. Well, like shooting stars, right?
Like shooting stars, huh? You know, you're right. Why didn't I think of that? After all, that's what we were all put on this earth to do, right? Shine like stars and burn up in the atmosphere?
Then Athena in the background, Trucy in the background just starts. Follow me inside, outside, through the stratosphere.
Why is Trucy Tails?
Knows that I adore
Why is Trucy
you.
Tails?
That's Rose's theme song.
Amy Rose? No, Amy Rose is the ba 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 ba.
No, okay, I'm looking it up. Follow me inside, outside, through the stratosphere, the moonshine.
It's Tails' theme.
It's Team Rose's team from
Okay,
Sonic
that's not
Heroes.
specifically Amy's then. That's also Cream's and Big?
Yeah, and Big the Cat. Yeah.
Yeah, the girls.
Froggy.
It's the girls.
The girls.
But fine, I can see
I've never
Trucy with
stopped
a
to consider Big the Cat female. I don't know Big the Cat's gender.
big.
I thought it was a cat.
No, it's big. It's the third gender.
Fair.
I was gonna say, I guess I can see Trucy carrying a giant hammer.
Yeah. But you can also see Trucy playing Sonic Heroes. She would have been the right age.
I feel like she played better games than that.
Come on, Sonic Heroes was good.
Sonic Heroes is like one of the most disliked 3D ones.
Ba, 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 da, ba, da.
Well, that's Sonic Adventure 2. And Sonic Adventure 1, I think, also.
Yeah.
It's Amy's theme. Guess I should mention the fact that shooting stars burn out in Flash. Oh yeah, here we go. 3, 2, 1, to the stratosphere and beyond.
That's so anticlimactic.
Yeah, I feel alive now. You can go ahead and ask me anything you want.
Is that really all it takes? Is it anticlimactic? I don't know. I'm gonna try that next time we hang out.
Yeah. Yeah, you tell me if it fills you with determination.
Determination. I don't know. The thought that the mouse might eventually get the cheese fills me with determination.
I mean, Tobias Fox, they did the thing, but like I hate that just the concept of determination is now ruined forever.
Ruined? He created determination.
He created determination didn't even exist before Tobias J. Fox invented it.
So you have no memory at all of the incident? I'm so ashamed. Also, one of my favorite Undertale quotes, though, I think is still the, despite everything, it's still you.
Yeah.
That's a really good line.
My memory of the time is as black and clouded as a dark nebula.
It's my favorite Jimmy Neutron character.
Is that the rival to Crash Nebula? Wait, no, Crash Nebula, that's not even Jimmy Neutron. That's Timmy Turner. That's Fairly Odd Parents. I think you're thinking of Ultra Lord.
No, I wasn't specifically referring to anything. I just thought it'd be like a funny bit. But yeah, Crash Nebula.
Nice.
Is a Fairly Odd Parents. Yeah.
At the Dimsdale Dimmadome.
We can't do this.
Hey,
You
cool
can't
name.
keep getting away with this.
What?
I cannot. You cannot. I cannot. I'm not doing it.
Cannot
I'm
what?
not
Cannot
doing
talk
it. I'm
about
not
Doug
doing it.
Dimmadome over of the Dimsdale Dimmadome?
No. Doug Dimmadome, owner of the Dimsdale Dimmadome?
Where they're going to be showing Crash Nebula on ice.
Crash Nebula on ice at the Dimsdale Dimmadome? I hate it. I hate it here.
Why? Everybody likes that. The thought that I
Do you like that?
The thought that I may someday see the top of Doug Dimmadome's hat fills me with determination.
It fills you with determination. Disgusting. Disgusting. Still, it's strange to remember a thing. I hate everything. That's so bad.
How's that bad?
Like, how were you able to combine so many bits in such a seamless way?
Cool name, you're not allowed to.
Are you sure you didn't take one of those anti-anxiety pills like they said at the trial?
You got it all wrong. I told him during the investigation too. Why do they have all these knobs on the witness stand anyways?
It's a DJ table.
But the music doesn't play here.
Yeah.
I don't know anything about any drugs. I never took any medication in my life, I swear. I don't believe in medicine.
Somehow.
The thought of an astronaut being anti-science is hilarious to me. I don't know.
It is very funny.
The number of people who dated the past in jailhouse, someone's done end it. Well, I will reset to the last save if that happens, school name. So don't worry, I got you.
Joke's on you. Shad JV has the power to load because of his determination.
That I got from thinking of finally seeing the top of Doug Dimmadome's hat.
Doug Dimmadome, owner of the Dimsdale.
Oh my God! No!
Showing Crash Nebula on ice.
Oh, is this the repercussion of my actions?
Yeah.
It is true. I developed a fear of space because of what happened 7 years ago. And I was taking medication secretly every now and then my anxiety got bad. Having a fear of space is not something an astronaut can brag about, you know? Oh, the so-called Hattie miracle. Must have been a terrifying experience.
Hattie.
But I'm still an astronaut at heart, come what may. I would never take drugs that might impede my performance just before a launch. That launch meant everything to me. That's more certain than the theory of relativity, which is just a theory, you know? Kind of like gravity.
I mean, yeah, technically, he's not wrong. A theory is technically a theory. So if something is known as a fact, then it is more true than a theory.
That's not what a theory is. A theory is proven.
What?
A theory is proven. It's a hypothesis that's not a fact yet. Once it's a theory, it's accepted as fact.
A supposition of system ideas intended to explain something, especially one based on general principles independent of the things to be explained.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't feed into the people who are like, well, these things, evolution is just a theory and stuff like that. Like, theories are backed up by facts, or backed up by evidence. If they weren't yet, they're still a hypothesis. It's just science exists with the knowledge that there's always a chance that something may revise our knowledge further. But
yeah,
I don't want people thinking to spread. It's just misinformation. You know, I'm a librarian. I don't want people misunderstanding the importance of a theory, and that it being different than how people actually use the word theory.
Yeah.
So,
You're good. You're good.
is he a flat earther? That would be hilarious if this astronaut was a flat earther. Seems like a completely different person now. This is the face of the astronaut I know. The flat earth astronaut.
But the tranquilizers were found in your system.
Well, if the earth is flat, the only way we could go is up. Yeah, see, that's the thing. But I don't know why. I'm done for. If you didn't take them, maybe somebody slipped them to you? Exactly, that's what I thought. Must have been the real culprit. My medication was in my locker. Anybody could have gotten their hands on it. I was about to complain who drugged somebody with anti-anxiety medicine to knock them out, but I guess if that's what there's at hand, never mind. They just explained that.
Yeah. Maybe the real culprit also planted the detonator switch in your pocket?
Yeah, that's gotta be it. I've been framed. I'll say, they even managed to plant your prints on the switch before slipping it in. It's a real possibility. Do you remember anything else that might be relevant? Anything at all, no matter how small. Like about the murder weapon, for example? That knife. I think it came from one of the Space Center's utility kits. Utility kits? Yeah, staff who work on machinery are given these special tool kits to use. All the technicians have them, so I doubt you can prove whose knife it is. As I recall, your last trip into space was 7 years ago, right? That's right. It was a pretty rough experience. During that mission, we had all kinds of problems with the craft. You did? What kind of problems? Power failure, oxygen leakage, busted radio, cracked windows, loose control column. Why did you go with what? How did this ship pass inspection before going to space? The heat shield came off as we were entering the atmosphere. I thought I was a goner. I managed to make it somehow with the popsicles and ice packs from the freezer. Kim MacGyver? Heck.
No wonder they dubbed it the Hat One Miracle. It's a miracle you made it back.
Yeah, I built a parachute out of popsicle sticks. Don't ask me how it worked. Space is a boundless place. That's why it continues to capture people's imaginations. But the vastness of space shows us how insignificant we are in the scheme of things. I'm entering the Shadow Realm for this.
Yeah, he did.
The darkness just goes on and on forever. Endeavor, endeavor, without end. There was nobody else there. Nobody was gonna come save me. I was all alone.
I don't like this.
All alone, with nothing to listen to but the sound of my own breathing and heartbeat.
Like, this is like elevating my heart rate.
I kept scrambling to make repairs, but I couldn't keep my hands from shaking. Okay, we're back.
Oh, Lord. Whoa.
An experience like that would make everybody afraid to go to space.
That was intense.
That was really like, yeah, intense is the best word for it. Like,
Yeah.
just suddenly out of nowhere. That was kind of out of character for the game.
Yeah, I know. I couldn't even do any bits. I was just like, whoa, oh, this is making me feel things. I don't like it.
I couldn't either. I was trapped in the dialogue. Couldn't say anything else.
Yeah. For the experience you had, weren't you dreading this mission?
What? No way. Of course not. Even now, I want to go up into space so bad I can barely stand it. I want to shake off the Earth's gravity at escape velocity and spin around weightless.
Well, you have to admit, it was pretty harrowing. Weren't you even a tiny bit afraid?
I literally just told you about how afraid I was.
Yeah. It's just that's just a psychologist in her.
I was afraid. Of course I was. Still am. But space is man's final frontier, an unknown world.
It's when you want to verify that the client is sure of what they were feeling. You reiterate the emotion that you think they should have been feeling, and then they confirm or deny. It's
I feel like
standard.
I'd pretty much always deny it, though, because then I would second guess myself.
Yeah, but then that gives the psychologist information in and of itself.
I'd just be like, I mean, I guess I wasn't afraid. I mean, like, what is fear?
So you're saying you weren't afraid?
I mean, no, I guess I was afraid. Like, of course I was afraid.
Yeah. I could see how that could made you feel that way. Yeah.
I mean, I guess I can't see how it made me feel that way. It makes no sense.
Yeah, sometimes, life is like that. Things happen and it's really hard to
I
make sense of them.
I really don't think anything happens, though.
I see. Why do you feel that way?
I don't feel.
I see. You write that down.
I don't believe in writing. I don't think that we've actually developed writing as a technology yet.
Okay. As people with straitjackets start slowly surrounding you.
I mean, you can't surround me if I'm not here.
Where'd he go? He entered the shadow realm. Somebody quick!
I play Blue Eyes White Dragon.
From the shadow realm?
Yeah.
Nice. That has to happen at some point. Like, there has to be a duel in the shadow realm.
I guess. There's the one guy from Dang It Grandpa. Kaito Momoda from Dang It Grandpa. We haven't done Dang It. We haven't done Dang It Grandpa yet. We'll get to that.
Dang it, Grandpa.
The cosmic truth is out there waiting for us somewhere. The cosmic truth, huh? I guess there are people looking for the truth in every walk of life.
I love Dang It, Grandpa. My favorite character is Single Bear. Get it?
Yeah.
Because it's Monokuma.
Yeah. I don't know what Kuma is.
Kuma is bear. That's Teddy's name in Japanese.
I hate it.
Yeah.
I also wanted to complain about them calling space the final frontier. I know that's like just a like cliche line,
Star Trek,
but like it's not. We know less about the deep sea than we do about space. Like we know more about space than deep sea. The space isn't that much of a like it's interesting, but it's not much to explore. It's mostly vast emptiness.
Kunim, why are you screaming? Because of Single Bear? Or because
all the single bears?
Space?
All the single bears? All the single bears?
I would have never in a million years think that you would have
referenced
done
Beyonce?
A Beyonce reference.
Holy.
Beyonce.
No matter how afraid I am, I'm sure I can manage. If I give in to my fear, I'll never find the truth. I reach out to the truth. As long as I don't give up, I can keep up the fight. Cries? Sobs? It's gonna be okay, Cool Name. We're gonna get through it. One thing's for sure, Mr. Starbuck's passion for space is undeniably the real deal. God, why do we have 4? Let's start out with like 1. They just keep adding them. I don't want to get through it anymore. Don't worry, it's a finite amount of time. You're not gonna be here forever in this world, so just
Oh, that's
Just hang
grimdark.
in there.
Just hang in there. The inevitability of the void will reach you soon enough. Like that's so dark.
Is that not something a therapist would say?
I don't know. That's not something I'd say as a therapist. I'll tell you
Listen,
that.
I'm gonna find me a goth therapist.
A goth mommy therapist.
The victim, Clay Terran, he was kind of your protege, wasn't he?
Well, it wasn't a big exaggerated deal like master and apprentice or anything like that. We're just Sith. But Clay did think of me as his mentor.
Darth Starbucks.
That feels very real.
Okay, have fun drawing. Feel free to share that in the lewd Discord when you're done.
Yeah, hope it turns out to be a good Antonio the Tiger.
Antonio the Tiger. He's Italian.
Antonio the Tiger.
I'm Antonio the Tiger.
Well,
Eat it to my
DM it
other
to-
cereal.
You can DM it to me if you want. You could also post, if you want, you can post in the Discord. Everything's welcome there.
Yeah, there's a lewd sub tier or whatever. I don't know what they're called on Discord.
An NSFW channel, I think.
Yeah, there's an NSFW channel you can post to.
Yeah.
I'd unironically love to see it. I've never seen your art, so it'll be fun.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of your art. You should let Inheritance see. Because Cool Li posts art a lot in Rashua's Discord.
Oh.
Does a lot of pixel art. Link your Newgrounds. The mentor and the protege. What a combination they must have been.
With his encouragement, I knew I could get over my fear and go back into space. But now...
Oh. Well, thank you, Cool Name. Yeah, you can drop it in the Discord, feel free to. I'm sure we'll appreciate being able to check it out.
Yeah. Clay must have been very encouraging, huh?
Yeah, it's funny, really. Whenever I'd hear him shout, "You're fine," I always got the feeling everything really was gonna be just fine.
You're fine? Apollo says I'm fine, and you're fine all the time, too.
Oh, maybe they're the same person.
And I always feel encouraged, too, whenever I hear him shout it.
Yeah, Clay and Apollo were best buds. We didn't talk about it for like the entire previous year of game events, but this is like a big part of his character.
Apparently.
They used to come visit the Space Center a lot, ever since they were high school kids. One day, out of the blue, Clay even told me he wanted to be my protege. Those two hung around the Space Center so much, they were like a part of the staff. One time, at band camp, during 0G training, I started to panic a little bit. And the two of them took turns shouting, "You're fine," over the radio. It was a simple thing, but it was exactly what I needed to hear.
So I'm fine and you're fine were like Apollo and Clay's secret phrases, huh? No, they're not secret if they've been shouting them everywhere.
Yeah, what are you
They're just
talking
their
about?
phrases.
They're just phrases, yeah.
I wish I could ask Apollo more about Clay and their relationship now. But I'll never see Apollo again.
They were roommates. Speaking of Clay, how do you suppose he climbed down the ladder with you over his shoulder?
Sorry, but I can't even begin to imagine.
But he actually did climb down the ladder, so a way has to exist. From the freedom of space to the walls of a cell. Well, that prosecutor said the dark night sky isn't half bad through barred windows. A cool name. You don't give away your secrets.
Yeah, I know.
I'm
gonna start using it.
We're gonna figure out what that means. But what is love?
Baby, don't hurt me. You're fine.
What is love but a miserable pile of lies?
No. Okay, Alucard. You're fine. Solomon's Soul Starbucks is fine. Everything's gonna be all right.
Huh? Wait, you learned their secret phrase? How'd you learn it?
And Athena Sykes is fine. Come on, Mr. Wright, you too.
Do I really have to? Phoenix Wright is fine.
I can't hear you.
Phoenix Wright is fine.
We'll get you back into space yet, Mr. Starbuck. Believe in your own innocence and have faith in us.
Apollo believed in you wholeheartedly, and that's good enough for me. I believe in you too. Thank you. Thank you, both of you. I'll put my faith in you. And I vow to make it back into space. All I needed first is a not guilty verdict. Sure feels nice to assure ourselves every once in a while that we're it sure feels nice to reassure ourselves every now and then that we're all fine.
Okay, Mr. Wright. Let's get our investigation of the Space Center started. Pronto! Or how she would say it, pronto!
Good idea, let's go. But careful, I don't know German.
Achtung!
Do you know who voiced Christoph Gavin?
Do you know who voiced Christoph Gavin?
Yeah, I found out who voiced Christoph Gavin.
Who voiced Christoph Gavin?
Yuri Lowenthal?
Yuri Lowenthal. The voice actor that we'll never be able to get rid of in our hearts.
He's just everywhere.
He's just everywhere.
Like the all-encompassing vastness of space.
Yeah, Yuri Lowenthal was like our generation's Matt Mercer.
But he's between our generations. He's still doing stuff.
Yeah,
both of them are in like everything.
Yeah.
Are you sure they're even different people?
They might be the same person. You're right. But I'm saying like from when we were kids, like Yuri Lowenthal, like was like when I was a teenager was in everything. And now Matt Mercer, if we were teenagers, is on everything. You know what I mean?
But because we're not teenagers, he's not in everything.
Chat JV. In the vast infinite of space and time,
it's a flump.
I don't think I'll ever. What?
There's a flump.
What's a fluff?
Flump.
What's a flump?
D&D?
What's a flump?
Look at the right of the screen.
Like the little alien?
Do you not know what a flump is in D&D?
I don't know what a flump is. Just because I DM doesn't mean I know every single bit of lore and monster
that's like
that exists.
That's as like iconic as like freaking what? I can't think of anything now. What the
Yeah,
Tarask?
no, yeah.
Like Tarask or like
That's as iconic as that. Yeah, you said it.
like a beholder or something. Like it's like one of the staple creatures.
I've literally have never seen a flump in my entire life, except for the Persona Omoikane.
I summoned a bunch as my wild magic sorcerer way back when I played that. Have you
I
looked
guess
look it
so.
up?
Yeah.
It's a flump.
I looked
They're
it up,
they're
yeah.
little like jellyfish thingies.
Yeah. I looked it up.
Wow, I was
That's a
wondering.
flump.
I was wondering what kind of place the Space Center would be. Like it almost looks like an amusement park of the future.
Yeah. Did you know they even let the public see their rockets up close? Oh, so check it out. Look at how brightly the Gyaxa logo shines in the sunlight above the entranceway. I really dig the stars and rocket motif it's got going.
Wait, so that's an A in the middle. It's not Gixa, it's Gyaxa. Gyaxa, huh? Is that the new name of the Federal Space R&D program?
Yeah, but why this strange acronym? I mean, what is GYA supposed to stand for? Galaxy?
That'd be what?
Galaxy. Yeah.
If that were it, then the whole thing would be something like Galaxy Exploration Agency, capitalizing the X because I don't want to make the joke. I think the sec is gone.
No, don't say it.
Which, if you ask me, I'd have abbreviated to Gaxa or even Gaia?
Yeah. I guess so. I don't know, maybe the person who came up with the name just really likes the letter Y.
This exchange is beginning to feel oddly like deja vu.
Anyway, this place is more than just a research facility, it's also a tourist attraction.
You know what? Whoever this is, you can have them. You haven't done a new character this case yet.
Yeah.
Because there was only the one.
Yeah.
I also don't know which character this is, so I can't give you a prompt.
I'm gonna go with the tried and true. I'm just kidding. I'm not gonna do that to you because I love you.
I mean, do what you
And I
want.
love the viewers.
Just don't
was gonna
commit to whatever you do right now.
Winston Payne.
Though I think I heard female dutes for the letters, but I'm not
Female
sure.
dudes. Female dudes. Tourist attraction. Don't make me laugh. It's a monument to the human race. Galactic scooter, full speed ahead.
Nope, it was male dutes.
Or that's his voice now.
I mean, if you must, but
Yikes! Who's this geezer and what does he want?
I don't think you get a lot of chances to do old people. So
Look upon me and well, behold the great power. Okay. Look upon me. Nope, that's just Blackwell. Look upon me and look well. Behold the power of space science.
pardon me, but you are
My glorious name is Yuri Cosmos.
Yuri Lowenthal.
Yuri. I can't. I can't even respond to that. I can't even respond to that.
Listen, what
just
are the
funny
odds?
now.
What are the odds we'd get a character named Yuri right after that?
You literally give me. What are the odds?
I did not remember there was a character named Yuri anything.
They literally said it right at the end. Candace Arm and Yuri Cosmos were
Oh.
supposed to give alibis.
I already forgot.
That's okay. I am the director of the Cosmos Space Center, the center of the cosmos. Boss, that was pretty groan-inducing.
If this person is Space Center's director, then that means...
Aha! So you're the one of the first to discover Clay's body, weren't you?
And who was the first to find the victim?
Actually, there were two of them.
The Space Center director, Yuri Cosmos, and Detective Candace Arm.
That is correct. I was honored to be the very first man in all of space and time to discover the body.
Why do you look like Captain Falcon from behind?
Ooh, I tell that to that's one of my best pickup lines at the bar. Excuse me, I couldn't help but notice. What do you look like, Captain Falcon from behind?
And then they turn around and they're just like, Falcon Punch! And it's really Captain Falcon.
And then as I fly away, I say, "Show me your boobs!" And then I Team
Twink.
Rocket blink into space. Yeah. See, you knew where I was going. You
I
knew
never
was going.
learned how to read!
I never learned how to read. But this talk of the incident, are you by any chance the space police?
Can't tack the word space onto just any old thing, you know. We're Mr. Starbuck's lawyers. We're here to investigate his case. We're space lawyers.
That's ridiculous. Space police, we're his space lawyers.
Oh, he's not in here yet. I want to know how old he is. Do you have a guess how old he is?
Anime, I would say 42.
Okay, I'm gonna guess 43.
No, President Right rules. Curses. Oh, and we're Earth lawyers, by the way. Oh, I see. Yes, I've heard about you. In that case, by my extreme privilege, I grant you permission to investigate. I trust you are appropriately grateful. Now, go ahead, have at it. I can already tell he's going to be nothing but trouble.
Don't let him hear you say that, or he'll see what trouble really is. Prepare for trouble.
Oh, that's
Let's
sad.
just be professional and ask him about... Oh, think about it that way. Let's just be professional and ask him about when he found the body, okay? Well, now he's got to be in there. 62. Okay.
Yeah.
Also, I don't like how elastic that is.
Oh wait, I was just looking up the voice actor. So if we had to bring them up, I would know them by name.
Jesse/Misty.
Yeah. Rachel Lillis. Rest
Yeah.
in peace.
That's a shame. Cancer
It's
sucks.
a shame. Sucks. Cancer sucks, man. It's not even a bit.
Yeah,
But yeah.
One of the worst ways to go out, both for the person and for the loved ones.
Yeah. In honor, I mean, we gotta do what we gotta do, right? As we're continuing her legacy by voice acting. But truly an inspiration.
You can never voice act like that.
Oh God, never. I mean, Jigglypuff, iconic. Goldeen, iconic. Jessie, obviously iconic. Misty.
It's very crazy to think how much I've probably heard her voice lines like just collectively over the years.
Yeah, like literally.
Like, I
she
wasn't-
voiced so many.
I wasn't
things.
aware of voice actors at that age that I was watching Pokemon. Like I obviously knew that was a thing people did, but like I wouldn't have known who any voice actors
Yeah,
were.
yeah, right. It's just like the characters have voices. You don't even think about it.
Yeah, and so like just how often I was just watching her do voice lines and not even thinking about it. And those were like some of, I mean, in general, though, they had a lot of good voice actors for that show, but like she did really good with her. Like Jessie especially is very notable. So
Oh yeah, literally like iconic. Like it's one of those things like how we talk about how in Japan they don't like to redo voice actors, like they retire the character.
Yeah.
Like, I would totally be like, yeah, like, nobody else can do Jessie, you know?
But I think they've changed
Nobody
all
else
of
can do
them
Misty.
since then.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying, like
Yeah.
it's like that iconic to me, you know?
I mean, James, when they changed his voice actor, did sound nothing the same, but
Yeah.
still, yeah.
But yeah, thank you for everything you've done, Rachel Lewis.
Yep.
May your legacy continue on. We appreciate everything you did. And sorry for bringing the energy a little down, but you know,
We'll try to bring it back up now. We'll try to bring it back up
Yeah,
for your
for
sake.
sure. It's not
For your
hard.
sake.
It's not gonna be hard. yeah.
So, as director, what do you do here at the Space Center specifically?
Defends peace across the galaxy and promotes space development in this country.
Those are meaningless words.
Yeah, that's nothing. No matter what obstacle stands in our way, we keep going for the sake of mankind.
I believe I used the word specifically in my question. that literally told us nothing.
Yeah, like it's literally just like like it's. I mean, Phoenix should know. Like, is this just like legalese to pad out documentation?
I guess. I feel like legalese at least is a little more specific than that.
Yeah.
That's more like political talk.
Yeah.
Political PR
very
talk.
Political. Yeah. Attention all personnel to your break stations. Prepare for break.
You have everybody take their break at the same time. That's the dumbest thing in the world.
That is the dumbest thing.
You literally have zero productivity suddenly.
Can you imagine? That's so funny.
Just like, oh, sorry, library's closing for 30 minutes while everybody goes on break.
Well, every single one.
Everybody
of us
get
goes on
out.
break. Yeah. Sorry, I know everybody's grocery shopping right now, but we go on break in 5, so the entire store is going to be closed. Bye. Oh, I get it. Just wander around and tell people what to do in a self-important manner. That's exactly right, because I am an important man. My manner is important. What? Mr. Wright, that doesn't get sarcasm.
Well, there's bound to be some people like that here in the boundlessness of space.
What's that? You want to know what it is that makes me important specifically?
Are you actually going to tell me?
That's just such a Phoenix Wright. I'm done with this bull.
I'm just thinking of the fact we're gonna have to probably cross-examine this thing, and
I know.
he's not saying anything.
I know. Very well. I will tell you. I was the central figure of the Hattie Project.
Okay, that's starting to be actual meaningful words.
You may proceed to be appropriately impressed. Now go ahead, have at
We
it.
lost it. I may be more impressed if I knew what he did for it specifically.
Phoenix is so done with this.
I mean, I'm done with this. This is just like exhausting people like this. Like, everything he's saying is grammatically a sentence and absolutely has zero meaning.
Yeah.
This is what my parental unit calls word salad.
It's so good.
I didn't mean to back out, but we might as well. I mean, you're not saying anything. Could you tell us what you know about the instance from the other day? Like, actually tell us.
Specifically? I refuse.
You weren't going to anyways, so... What?
Explaining is a job for the common folk, not the director of the center of the cosmos.
God, he literally gets paid to do nothing, right? Like, he probably gets paid to do nothing.
I thought he was about to scoot her away. I was like,
I kind of wish he did.
I know, I would have appreciated that kind of energy, I'm gonna be honest.
I mean, at least stop wasting our time.
My testimony, which will go down in space history, will be heard in the courtroom.
That's not space history. Isn't a thing.
Yeah, Earth history.
This is just Space Force. This is just freaking.
This is just Space Force, yeah. Oh, Outcry would love this episode. What? So, does that mean you'll be taking the stand tomorrow? That is correct. I will be the most glorious witness in the history of mankind.
I mean, you can't be any worse than Old Bag. I'm not sure if he really understands what being a witness is all about.
It looks like Director Cosmos is the type that only talks about what he wants to talk about.
Let's at least try to ask him about the things he might be willing to open up about. Like, the worst thing is, I can't tell if he's intentionally being evasive, or if he just...
or he's just normally like
or
that.
If or he's just mentally, like, in the stratosphere already constantly. Like, the Hat 1 was a rocket that launched into space 7 years ago, correct? And despite numerous problems, it somehow made its way back home?
I suppose it is part of my job to educate ignorant young folk like you. Very well, I will impart to you the complete story of the Hattie project.
Well, thank you very much.
Hattie's noble mission was to collect samples from an asteroid. And Mr. Starbuck was the pilot for that flight. Eventually, the Hattie reached its planned orbit. From where it launched the Hope probe towards the asteroid belt.
Are you telling me they sent something all the way to the asteroid belt and back? Because that is insane.
Yeah, that's pretty insane. From there, the Hope probe began its long, lonely journey into the far reaches of space. Then, after a terrifying struggle, the Hattie returned safely to Earth.
How? How did you reverse it to come back?
Yeah. Science!
No, space science.
Space science! That struggle. Oh, that's sorry, Athena. That struggle was when the incident known as the Hattie Miracle occurred, right? Correct, and it was truly a miracle. Of course, they just had to turn your deal into a movie. As for the Hope probe, it did eventually arrive safely at its destination. It obtained a few samples from the asteroid and returned to Earth but a few days ago.
So what kind of samples are they? What's in them? I mean, it's an asteroid. Rock? What are you going to find on an asteroid?
Yeah, like rock and ice, pretty much. The samples are scheduled for analysis in the near future. We haven't had time since they just came back the day before Kieran's murder. Regrettably, we had no time to inspect the samples due to everything that has occurred. But this puts our space development program ahead of other countries by several years.
They're ahead of everybody by like several centuries. What the heck? It's quite impressive. I guess this guy isn't just a loudmouth braggart after all.
In the golden age of space development, our predecessors were successful in bringing a moon rock back. That is the greatest achievement in the history of the Space Center.
I feel like getting something from an asteroid and coming back is way more impressive than the moon.
Yeah.
The public fell in love with space and all of its glorious potential.
A moon rock, huh? I remember that being big.
I forget just how sassy Phoenix is, like, half the time. Like, damn.
Well, yeah, I saw a post online about how from the Miles Edgeworth games you can notice how much nicer of a person Edgeworth is based on how he doesn't like shit talk everybody in his inner monologue constantly like Phoenix does.
Yeah. Yeah, Phoenix is the bad guy. Phoenix is all like Edgeworth at least just tells you what he's feeling. Phoenix is just like, yeah, no, whatever, yeah. And then it's like, I fucking hate this guy. He's such a pain in the ass.
What a Fruit Loop.
What an idiot. And then Edgeworth is like, hey, the evidence you have is incorrect. Here's the updated report. My bad. And everybody's like, oh, he's such an asshole.
Well, I was gonna say he's like, I'm terribly sorry. That was entirely at my own expense. I take full responsibility for any of the mistakes the police have made as well.
And then everybody's like, that Miles F's were just such a tsundere. It's like, no, he's just a normal man. He's just like
a little, maybe a little overly formal with his speech, but otherwise, yeah, just a regular person.
He's just a regular person. Phoenix is the psychopath over here.
Our endeavors with the moon rocks live on in our work with those asteroid samples. I want to bestow new hopes and dreams for the future upon mankind once again. That is my mission and as a man who stands at the center of the cosmos.
Yeah, there's a lot of research into moon rocks and stardust from asteroids these days.
Yeah, I heard they're actually going to make a portal device that for these to use the moon rock dust on.
You gotta get Craig Johnson on this. Somebody hide the lemons.
I mean, that might be the murder weapon in the next case.
I know. He's gonna turn them into bombs. They say the results could potentially have a huge impact on all of civilization.
I highly doubt. Like, sure, there's some cool things you can learn from moon rocks and asteroid rocks. They're not going to have a huge impact on all of civilization. I guarantee you, nothing about life will change. We'll have some more knowledge.
Yeah.
And a majority of people won't have more knowledge because they won't even care.
Yeah. Trust nobody. Yeah. Oh, God. This game is hilarious.
As a nerd who loves to collect random knowledge, I guarantee only nerds are going to care about this anyways.
It's like we're in a new space race as every other country out there.
What? Bite your tongue. It's not for anything so base as money or politics. It's for all the brilliant future that awaits mankind. And all for my illustrious mission.
I love that he steers his whole scooter away from the face away dramatically.
Listen, iconic.
With all the recent budget cuts, my staff tells me finances is tight, but I won't hear it.
I guess even a space program has watched its budget. By the way, you seem awfully knowledgeable about this kind of thing, Athena. Oh, didn't you know that I started analytical psychology? But I don't think you know what analytical psychology is.
Huh? Oh, well, I thought I'd better brush up for the case.
Is that so?
Well, I'll be on my way. As you can see, I'm a very busy and very important man. Galactic Scooter! Fire off the main engine, max battle speed, and engage!
Battle? What do you think your job involves? Are you just LARPing in space?
I think he's just LARPing in space.
That thing is surprisingly fast.
I've been there. My dad needs mobility assistance now as he's getting older, and you never know how fast the device he's on is gonna go. Sometimes I can keep up by walking. Sometimes I gotta literally sprint. I'm just like, whoa, cowboy! Some of those things go super fast. I'm like, I don't think this is I feel like this has to be street legal. You need a driver's license to drive this. It's intense.
Yeah. I guess you better get going too.
You bet. Let's make it so.
That's a Star Trek reference.
I was gonna say, is she referencing Star Trek?
Yeah. I'm also kind of referencing Star Trek. I don't know if you knew that.
Fair.
I'm doing a terrible Patrick Stewart impression for Yuri Cosmos.
I guess. I don't know Patrick Stewart's voice off the top of my head. So.
I mean, he doesn't sound like that, but I feel like if you were to tell an alien about Patrick Stewart, that's what they would think that Patrick Stewart sounds like.
The only Star Trek voices I can kind of place are William Shatner and the one that was in Seaman.
The one that was in
I can't think of his name right now.
I don't know. I don't know what Seaman is.
You don't know what Seaman is? Of the Sega Dreamcast?
Oh, is that the weird game about the human-headed fishes?
Yeah, it's Leonard Nimoy. That's
Leonard Nimoy.
Yeah, it's such a disturbing game. I wish it could be released. Now. I wish it could be released, but it never
Why
will.
couldn't it?
I
mean, it's a weird one, but I could see it.
The estate of Leonard Nimoy first needs to agree with it, and I don't think they will.
Fair.
And it also was a tremendous flop, so I don't know why anyone would want to try to do that again.
Yeah.
Athena Sykes is fine.
Huh? What was that all about?
I thought I better get fired up twice as much to make up for Apollo being gone.
I was kind of enjoying him being gone, but sure.
For starters, I thought I'd imitate him.
So you were doing a voice workout, huh?
I gotta say, I am in love with this voice direction you're giving Phoenix. Just this tired, haggard, dejected man.
I'm starting to realize it fits him good, and I wish I did that all those years.
God, it fits him so well. Literally, that's why I'm giggling, because it sounds so good. I feel like you've embodied the character in such a deep way that it's thoroughly enjoyable. I just needed to say that.
Well, thank you.
You're doing a great job, man.
You did a great job with Spaceman Yuri.
Oh, thank you. I just try to be obnoxious.
You have to push your voice up from the pit of your stomach. Hold it!
What?
There's a contradiction in the witness statement.
You're really serious about this.
Objection! You're lying. The true culprit is the judge.
What? And who's going to hand down the verdict?
Oh, I didn't think of that.
By Athena doubling her enthusiasm, she actually just like gave away the half of a brain cell that she had on top of everyone else. So now she's operating at the same wavelength.
She's just like, oh, I need to make up for Apollo. I need to be dumber.
I need to be dumber.
So what do you think we should do next?
Oh, that's right.
What is it, Athena?
I just remembered I forgot to go running today. I was so taken up with what happened to Apollo, it slipped my mind.
Oh, that wasn't what I was asking. Cool.
That's so dumb. Athena, what? You forgot to go for a workout? Like that, like chaos. Like truly chaotic.
My dyslexic brain read bondage lounge.
Bondage.
So I was like, what? What's at the space station?
Ooh. Look at that seahorse.
Is that a seahorse?
It's like a sea hydra.
It's like a seahorse combined with like the Loch Ness Monster.
Ugh.
It's kind of terrifying, but it also looks like something you'd see in Xenoblade. So
It would be, yeah. Gregorius Stephen or something.
Gregorius Stephen.
Yeah, you know that's their names.
Gregorian Stephen.
Gregorian is just Dorime. It's just chanting the entire time you're fighting him.
Just like, oh.
Oh.
This is where Mr. Terran was murdered.
Yeah, this is a longie. Let's see what the diagram the police made again. Let's see that diagram. Right now, we're in the main building here on the right side on the 3rd floor. Clay and Mr. Starbuck fled here from the launch pad 1 after the explosion.
You there! No admittance without express permission.
We're Mr. Starbuck's lawyers. We've come to investigate.
Sorry, no one gets in without permission. Not even the police superintendent. Can't have Detective Fulbright getting mad at me.
So Detective Fulbright is here, huh?
Yeah, he's in the launch pad 1 corridor. Go get clearance from him, and then we'll talk.
Leave it to me. I'm great at getting intel out of Detective Fulbright. Let's see. What trick should I use on him today?
I don't know if I should be grateful or afraid.
So, to get to the Launchpad 1 corridor... Whoa.
Why did we go across the room just to turn around?
We just got to go through that door with a blue rocket on it, I think.
You know, we could have turned around in place.
Yeah, yeah, just pivot. I don't think she knows how to do that.
Wait, that door.
That door.
It looks awfully familiar.
Good eye there, boss. This is the door Clay and Mr. Starbuck used during their escape from the launch pad.
Oh, that explains it.
The fingerprint system have been deactivated, so I think we can just pass through. Now come on, let's go!
No, she's not here.
I know, it's so iconic though.
Ooh, a little robot!
I love you, little robot. You do your job.
This is it, huh? This is the corridor between... This is the corridor the two of them used in their escape.
Yep, this is the only thing connecting Launchpad 1 with the main building.
I see police tape down at the other end. Guess I won't be looking at the launch pad.
After the explosion, this whole corridor must have been filled with smoke.
And the launch pad itself is probably a sea of flames. Must have been pretty scary for them.
Now, where could Detective Fulbright be? Hey, I think that's him over there.
Robot.
Hello, everyone. I have converted myself into a robot for justice. It's like what? Prosecutor Blackwell told me that a robot would serve justice better. And you believed him? Oh no.
Prosecutor Blackwell has never been wrong. Never. Never. Never.
Never. So funny. What should I? Sorry.
Oh god.
No, that's fine. That's fine. I remember what he said. What should I do? I forgot his voice now. Justice, 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 justice. What should I do? Which?
I'm sorry, you sound like when you're trying to pick a voice for your character in a game and it's just repeating the same words in a different voice.
I love the Monster Hunter customization options. Oh, that's so true. That's so true. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And then me just picking the one that's like, yeah.
Yeah. Wish. I'm so sorry. That was so funny. Which? Oh God.
Okay. Take your time.
That was so funny. Which path is the path of justice? He seems to be lost. That's funny. This corridor's a straight shot. Huh? Oh, it's you, lawyer people. Welcome to the Space Center. Enjoying a relaxing day off, are you? Here for a little rocket sightseeing?
We're here to investigate the scene, same as you. Do you have any info to share?
Boss, if he acts all reluctant to give us information, we hit him with the whatever shall we do act. I'm sure you'll fall for it. Got it?
You're trying to catch the unruly family dog here or something?
Info on the case, huh? Alright, I'll gladly share some with you.
Huh? What just happened?
Detectives and lawyers seeking the truth and justice side by side. I like it. Just take whatever you want from me. You info bandits, I'm in a generous mood today.
I don't know. There's something weird about Detective Fulbright today.
Well, we need information, so let's run with it.
If you say so.
I feel like Fulbright just has a crush on Phoenix.
Oh, I wonder if he has a boyfriend.
He gets an email immediately that his pay cut. He got a pay cut.
What? I've never gotten a pay cut before. Who is this Edgy Worth?
Yeah, it's personally signed by him.
Detective Fulbright, could you give us permission to investigate the crime scene?
There's an officer on guard and we can't get in. Oh, whatever shall we do?
That's an easy one. I'll let them know over there to let you in. Investigate to your heart's content. Take a week if you need it. A month even.
The trial's tomorrow.
Shall I have some snacks delivered? One of my men gives a mean neck rub.
You know what? Sure. I can go for that. Wait, no, that's okay. But thanks. Definitely not the Fulbright I know. You know him? have we seen Phoenix and Fulbright ever interact?
I don't think I've ever seen Phoenix and Fulbright in the same room. Maybe he's just
No,
like,
they've
it's
been
one
in
of
the
those
same.
things-
They've been in the same room. The tutorial case.
Oh, you're right. Maybe it's one of these things like the Clay Terran of it all. It's like, oh yeah.
Oh, wait, no.
Co-workers.
Fulbright wasn't in the tutorial case, I don't think. I feel like Phoenix had to at least been in the courtroom for the trials, though, even if he's from the gallery.
Yeah.
But still, I don't think they've interacted.
Detective Fulbright's acting sickeningly sweet. It's kind of gross, actually. Do you think he hit his head on something or something?
Who knows? Whatever the case, it's making our lives way easier. What happened exactly? Let me just write this down. Sorry, Persona reference. You were here at the Space Center at the time of the incident, weren't you, Detective?
That's right. I was here on a security assignment. The police are required to secure rocket launches now? I didn't know that. Yes. Well, you know us, to serve and protect. Ha 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 ha. The explosions occurred while I was here on duty, so I started leading the evacuation.
Leaving out a lot of details, but okay. Can you tell us more about what happened?
Of course. A bomb went off on the second floor of the main building.
We know that.
Right after that, the one over in Launchpad 1 also blew sky high.
We're literally in the second day of the case. Why are you telling us this?
Yeah. He's just telling you what his favorite direct-to-TV Disney movie was.
Then somebody needs to take care of this guy because he doesn't deserve to keep existing. Excuse me, you can't find anybody in the actual world whose favorite direct-to-TV Disney Channel original movie was Sky High. Like, I'll accept that some people like it, but their favorite?
I didn't realize I would strike a nerve.
Have you seen Sky High? It's so generic.
I have. I just thought I didn't realize you'd have such an opinion on it.
It's such a generic movie.
That's fair. But it makes sense that he'd like it. Like, it's the kid gets superpowers and then he has to be a hero. It's Fulbright coded.
I guess. I feel like there's got to be better ones that fit him, but sure.
Yeah, there has to be.
There's so many Disney Channel original movies, I don't know them all.
That's fair. Well, if you have a better suggestion for what Fulbright's favorite direct-to-TV Disney Channel original movie is, don't forget to put it in the comments and like and subscribe while you're there. Hit the bell notification. Oh man, that's so funny. I'll say whichever ones people come up with next time when it's posted and I see them, even if it's like 3 games later. I'll do it. So I immediately instructed the visitors and employees to evacuate to the shelter.
The shelter?
That's right. There's an evacuation shelter in the basement of the Space Center. It's there for accidents and emergencies and the like. So where were you when the first bomb went off? I was on duty on the 4th floor. It was quite a madhouse, I tell you. The elevator wasn't working on account of the explosion. And the stairs on the 2nd floor were destroyed, so we couldn't go that way. Then wasn't it impossible to get down to the basement shelter? No, we lowered an emergency ladder from the 4th floor window and escaped that way. It was a folding ladder, so it wasn't very stable, but at least it reached the ground. After I secured the ladder, I left to take another look around for any other survivors. Once everyone else got out safely, I made my way down, too, and headed to the shelter. Wow, what an ordeal. But climbing down an emergency ladder kind of sounds fun.
Thank you for your answers, Detective. They were very helpful.
Just a moment. I have some more information to share with you. But don't tell Prosecutor Blackwell, okay?
Oh, I definitely won't tell him right after we leave because it'd be hilarious.
Wow, and Prosecutor Blackwell usually has you on a short leash, too.
Well, never mind that. I thought you should know that there was a witness.
Could you tell us more about this witness?
Sure thing. The witness was a Space Center employee who was on the 4th floor. While she was climbing down, she looked through a window into the 3rd floor longi.
So she was looking into the crime scene from the outside?
That's right. It was just a matter of chance that she saw something important. Not that I know what she saw exactly yet, though.
You don't? But that's the most important thing of all.
Don't you worry, I'll get around to interviewing her soon enough. She should still be somewhere here in the Space Center. You might even run into her.
4th floor employee, huh? Alright, thanks for the info, Detective Fulbright.
Gee, you sure are being cooperative, Detective. A little too cooperative, even.
Yes, well, actually,
Something you can't talk about?
Yeah, something like that. Anyway, never mind. Don't worry about me. Well, I'll be on my way now.
What was that all about?
Something is definitely going on. I'm gonna get it out of him next time I see him.
Okay, I'm not sure he'll talk about it though. Well, we have permission to investigate now. Let's head back to the boarding lounge.
Beep, 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 beep. Can we not talk to the robot?
No.
Oh, I love you, robot.
iRobot.
Bye, robot.
Oh, I said iRobot.
Oh,
The hit Disney Channel original movie.
was that
Starring
a Disney
Will
Channel
Smith?
original?
I don't think so.
Yeah, it was Will Smith.
You two. Professor Fulbright has granted you permission to investigate. He also said I should bring you some snacks or give you a neck rub, too, if you'd like.
That's all right, but thank you for the offer.
Really? I would take free snacks and a neck rub, but okay.
Yeah.
Well, it's time to roll up our sleeves and
wouldn't
start
hurt,
investigating.
Right? Like, just like a quick little, like Athena looks around a little bit, Phoenix gets a neck rub, and then Athena sits down, she gets a neck rub, and Phoenix looks around a little bit.
That's free food and massage. You know how much it costs to actually get a neck rub? Like,
Yeah, I mean, ChatJB would know.
let's see, where's that diagram again? This long gaze on the 3rd floor of the main building. And according to Apollo, this is where he believes a third party killed his friend.
Well, let's stop the recap and start looking for traces of this third person then.
You read my mind, Athena. We'll make that our first priority. There's just one problem, though. This room. The decor is really bad. It's just so big.
Don't worry.
I don't know if it'll fit. Wait, sorry, I didn't know we were talking. I might disassociate for a moment.
It's just he's used to that script when he gets back from work.
Don't worry, we can use this to help us.
A Space Center pamphlet for tourists.
Yep, picked it up at the entrance. The map inside should come in handy. Let's see. Yep, here it is, a map of the Longi.
This is a
That's
really
such a
crappy looking
poor-
map for a
Yeah,
brochure.
literally, I was gonna say, as a being a graphic designer in a past life, this is not very like consumer friendly. Like if this is the map on the pamphlet, I can see why budget is tight.
This is the door we went through to talk to Detective Fulbright.
Yeah, that's the door with the fingerprint recognition lock. Well, I guess this map will make things a little easier. Not much, though.
Yeah, no more excuses. Let's track down the third person.
Wait, there's just one more thing. What's that strange creature moving around outside the window?
Oh, boss. It's just a holographic image.
There's holographs now? I guess we're doing holographs.
I guess
Oh,
we're
yeah.
doing holographs now.
Oh, yeah, I knew that. Yeah, that's a relief.
There should be a button somewhere in this room to turn the image on and off. That's what it says in the pamphlet, anyway.
The only reason you're so eager to start is so you can push that button, isn't it?
And what's wrong with that? Let's just look for the button while we're looking for clues.
Why is she excited to find a button to turn the hologram off?
Because maybe it like cycles to other things. Have you ever wondered?
They didn't say that. They just said it turns it on, the image on and off.
Well, yeah, but like that's where my brain would go. But, like maybe I can cycle it.
All right, fine. Let's get investigating. You. First glance, it looks like a peaceful landscape, but then there's that creature.
Didn't the Hope probe go to some planet?
No, it went to an asteroid. You've been listening?
Maybe this is what the surface looked like.
This is not what the surface of an asteroid looked like.
Yeah, absolutely not.
I don't know. I think it would have made the news if they discovered a creature like that.
It did make quite a bit of news, though, when the probe came back.
Yeah, but the Hope probe didn't even go to a planet. It went to an asteroid. That's a big rock kind of thing. Even aliens can't live there. I mean, that's not necessarily true.
Yeah.
It'd probably be like microscopic life, but in theory. Or how I look at it, all I can think of is torture device. Oh yeah, that actually does look awful. Oh my god. But I guess it's a training device for getting used to zero gravity. Uh-oh. Athena has an odd glint in her eye. She's thinking about trying that thing out. I should try to stop her. But I'm afraid she'll just out-muscle me.
I love the idea of Athena just like brute straightening her way, like Phoenix like trying to physically restrain her, and she's like, "No,
No! I'm sitting in this chair in the ceiling!
I'm sitting in the ceiling chair and there's nobody who can stop me.
Like honestly, I see you, Athena. I would too. If somebody told me, "Hey, you want to sit in that?" I'd be like, "Yeah, absolutely."
Oh, I don't. I'd be like, I guess,
Can't wait to
do you want to
vomit
stand
everywhere.
below and like catch the vomit, or are you gonna clean it up after?
Yeah. Literally, I mean, I'd be excited. I'd be like,
Oh, I wouldn't.
Yeah, do it up, do it up.
I wouldn't.
I don't
Especially because I
like,
imagine it actually move a lot faster because it's supposed to get you used to G-forces, and I don't need more G-forces on my neck.
I wouldn't want it to, like, I would want it to be at the speed that it's currently going. You know, like I wouldn't want it to go faster.
Hey, Mr. Wright, look at that up there.
Some kind of fragment? Stuck in tight. Oh, so that's what the glint was all about.
That color looks familiar. I think it's part of the oxygen tank.
I think you're right. If that's here, means Clay's tank ruptured after they arrived at the boarding lounge. Longy, sorry. Trying to get
It's
used to
okay.
you zoomers in your slang. So Prosecutor Blackwell's theory that Mr. Starbuck dropped Clay
Yep.
down the ladder.
Yep, that's you.
Sorry, I was just using my telekinesis again.
Yeah.
You gotta tell me how you do that.
Oh, I just pretend I'm handicapped. Sorry.
Oh.
Professor X reference.
Oh. That's a different
Listen, if you can't move your limbs, you can move other people's limbs. That's how it works.
Yeah, that's how that works.
So, Prosecutor Blackwell's theory that Mr. Starbuck dropped Clay down the ladder must be wrong. This proves that both the astronauts were alive when they reached the boarding longi.
So Apollo was right. The scene of the murder was in the launch pad.
Way to go, Apollo!
I mean, he's probably just bullshitting, but...
Yeah.
Some pretty futuristic looking furniture over there.
According to the pamphlet, those are no ordinary chairs.
They're space
They're
chairs.
like amusement.
Yeah.
They're like amusement park teacup rides. You can power them yourself, it says.
Athena, there is no lifetime where I would want to do that.
If you spin the table, your chair spins too.
Why would anybody want to have something like that here?
It's for astronauts who have trouble with the device on the ceiling. No vertical spins.
Why is an astronaut training in a random seat at the table?
Yeah. Like a public lounge.
It says a training device that's easy on the eyes and on the body.
If it's easy on the body, what's the point of it?
Yeah.
Can a person really call themselves an astronaut if they can't handle 0G? Okay, now that's gatekeeping, Phoenix. You're an astronaut if you go to if you go to space. You're an astronaut. It doesn't mean if you can handle the 0G.
Yeah.
A window, and it's right next to the holographic image, too. I bet it's here to help people see the stark contrast between reality and virtual reality.
Way off. It says emergency ventilation. You know, to clear smoke from a fire.
See, it's pointing out the virtual insanity of reality.
Why do I hang out with these people?
'Cause you pay us.
Even worse, why do I pay you to hang out with you? So this is why this is where they discovered Clay.
This is why.
This is why they discovered Clay, because there was a white rope around him. They would have found him
There was
otherwise.
a white rope around him, yeah. Like, how else would we have been able to spot him if it wasn't for this white rope?
Yeah, he was already dead when they found him. Let's take a look at the photo. Bleep.
So he's stretched out like this, and what's that thing that looks like a thermos?
That's the thing that Prosecutor Blackwell mentioned when I was in court with Apollo.
You know, if this was Ghost Trick, you could probably swap that with a bullet.
Yeah, probably.
Only if it's in the right, looking at it from the right angle.
Yeah, and only if you're a very specific dog.
He said that it contains asteroid samples.
All right. Director Cosmos mentioned something about that, didn't he? That they were brought back only 5 days ago by the probe that the Hattie launched.
I wonder what they look like. Do you think they'll let us see?
Let's think about that after we solve the case, okay?
Also, you gotta be careful opening it, because if it's like under pressure, the second you open it in a non-pressurized environment, they're just gonna turn into dust.
Well, you also should be careful because they come from a place with no atmosphere to erode them down, so like it's very sharp dust particles
Yeah.
that if you inhaled, you could like die.
Yeah.
Like kind of like the whole thing with Portal 2, but like that was realistically moon dust would be fatal because of that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, this is the last thing, I think. So it looks like there are 3 doors that lead in and out of this room.
Well, let's check. Drum roll, please. Ta-da! The Space Center pamphlet. We're here at this place that says Boarding Lunky 1. And here are the 3 doors. Let's call them Lefty, Righty, and Downy.
I hate this.
Junior.
People usually say west, east, and south in a case like this, you know.
Details. Anyways, take a look at the west door.
God, I'm glad you didn't keep saying lefty.
That door with the rocket icon leads to Launchpad 1. I know because it says here on the map, Launchpad 1 corridor. And we walked through it.
Yeah, we walked through it, Athena. So that's where we were with the detective. It was filled with smoke after the explosion.
Right. Next up, the right-hand side of the map, or east in your world.
Fuck's that mean?
Yeah, right. It's like it's in the world, Athena.
That's the door with the satellite dish icon to signify communications, aka the control room.
Yep, it definitely says control room. Looks like there's another door on the opposite side.
They communicate and exchange information with rockets and probes in space from there.
That didn't even follow what Phoenix said.
Just ignored him.
Yeah.
So it's the center of the Space Center. The Space Center, if you will.
I won't. Does everybody start to talk like Director Cosmos after they've been here a while?
But it seems that they built a new command center on the 6th floor. That's what they used for the Hat 2 mission. So this control room was empty at the time.
I just wanted to see the inside of a mission control room, and since we're here...
I'd love to do that too, but it doesn't look like we'll be able to. They want to keep curious kids like you out. So the door is protected with fingerprint recognition. Only a director can go through.
Guess that means we're removing Yuri's hands. Let's go, Athena. With that much security, I'm definitely not the one they're looking to keep out, Athena.
So apparently, the lock's also hooked up to a backup generator in case of emergencies. Beep, 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 beep,
Okay, what about that last door?
This lower door? Oh, excuse me, I mean south door. At least to the elevators.
This was the weirdest way for us to walk around the room. Why'd we do a circle?
Yeah.
This is the door we came through when we entered this room, right?
Yep, and of course, there was no fingerprint recognition device, so it's open to anyone.
But the elevators weren't working at the time due to the explosion.
Well, that's about it for the 3 musketeers of the boarding Longi.
Thanks. Understanding the layout of the Longi should be able to help us understand the case. So I thought it'd be better to have a good grasp of where all the doors go. I didn't realize the whole room turns. How many other things is there? Like, trying to decide if we're just stop and finish it. Let's see, there's these, there's this.
I mean, we could go a tiny bit over if you want.
3.
Just
I
get
think
this
there's
room out of the way.
4, 5, 6. Oh my god. I kinda don't
just
want.
we could just remember that we did be on the screen that we did everything for.
Why
And
the
then
one
we'll
we did it
remember it.
all? I think it'd be easier to start in a direction that we haven't done everything.
Okay,